Hey everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing some journaling in my Midori Traveler's Notebook in the regular size, and we are back in my repurpose vertical weekly insert that I am repurposing for my daily journal. So please excuse all of the numbers and just pretend that this is just a regular blank insert. So today I was feeling particularly creative, and I wanted to incorporate some sort of illustration in today's spread. Just to give you some background, I was feeling kind of down when I was journaling, and I was going through some work stuff, and I've been reading a lot of self-help books. I just feel a little bit like I'm being a really ineffective worker, teacher, person, and I just wanted to kind of remedy that. And this quote that I kind of made up, it's not from any book, but it was something that I wanted to come true, and I wanted this to kind of be the jumping off point for this spring season for myself. And the quote is, "And yet, after all of that, he still continued to blossom." So I wanted a quote that kind of addresses the kind of pains and not suffering, but the discomfort that I'm feeling right now at work and in life, and kind of showing that I will eventually surpass that and continue to blossom. So I kind of made this interesting sketch of this anthropomorphic, I can never say that word, flower, and with like a body of a human just like sitting down. And I guess it's kind of like a literal interpretation of the quote, but I was just feeling, I don't know, kind of down, and I've been feeling, maybe down is not the right word. I've been feeling a lot of feels, and I've been reading a lot of Brene Brown, and I've been watching a lot of her TED Talks, and trying to be more courageous, and all of that stuff has been kind of forcing me to deal with a lot of things that I have been bottling up at work and a lot of other things in my personal life. So it's been a really good thing for me, I think. I've been growing, and I'm trying to like deal with things, and I'm just realizing that I'm not a very courageous person, but it's something that I want to work on, and I want to tackle those things that I'm scared of more often in life, because that's how you grow, folks. But I'm getting so like deep. But the way I colored this was very simply using Tombow markers and mild liners. So I was using blues and yellows because I thought that color scheme looked good together, and then I added some texture with some pencil crayons, and then I used my gray mild liner in the brush tip to add these cool shadows and other kind of details, because the gray is kind of soft enough to add like a soft shadow, as well as add some dimension to like the shirt and the jeans, and like adding some shadows to the leaves at the back of this little illustration. But when I actually started sketching this, it was like 10 p.m. and I needed to go to bed. It was such a long day. So I think I wanted to say goodnight, but the next day I continued this, and I think I actually felt even more, I guess, more emotional on March 9th, which the spread ended up being about. But on March 9th, I actually received an amazing package that I've been waiting for. So if you don't know CHIC SPARROW is like, this is not sponsored, by the way. This is like a little gift that CHIC SPARROW sent me. They actually reached out to me and wanted to send me some stuff. And obviously, if you are in the Traveler's Notebook world, you would know that CHIC SPARROW creates these, I would say, like faux dories. So they're just like Midoris, but they are obviously not created by Traveler's Company or Traveler's Factory. But they have such a cool lineup of notebooks, and they make a whole bunch of notebooks in different sizes. So when they said that they were going to send me stuff, I was like, yes, I want like notebooks. So this is not sponsored or anything, but I thought I would share this with you. You can skip ahead. I think I put a timestamp earlier. But I wanted to show you some of this stuff. And it's actually kind of funny because I think they sent this to a few creators. and I got my box lost in the mail, so it's a little bit late, but I think they wanted to send me this notebook that was kind of, I think it was supposed to coincide with their launch of this new notebook. I think it's called the Huckleberry Creme Leather notebook, and I wanted to get it in a fun size. I wanted to get it in an A5 size so I can use my A5 notebooks. But I actually didn't check the email that they sent me. They sent me like this amazing B6 slim notebook in the most beautiful leather. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, you know when leather is so soft and supple, it kind of feels wet. That's what this like B6 slim folio feels like. And I had no intentions, and I had no idea that was going to come. So now I am looking at the Jibun Techo work planner, and I think I want to look into that planner system. But this is the Huckleberry Creme Leather. It's amazing. It's like super textured, and there's a lot of ripples in it, and all of these notebooks are made in the USA, I believe. But it's nice. I kind of tried it with my MD paper notebook, and it didn't fit through like the folio sleeves, but it fit through the elastic bands. So it's just like a Midori Traveler's notebook, but it fits a larger size notebook, which is nice because when I like to write and actually journal about my feelings and stuff, I like to journal in a larger notebook, and then I save the more fun art collagey stuff for my Midori Traveler's notebook. So this is super cool. I even tried it with my my bullet journal, and it fits. So I'm gonna try and find a way to incorporate it into my notebook stash. But we are back to the March 9th spread. So as I was saying, I was feeling kind of down, and I feel like down is the wrong word. I've been feeling a little bit challenged with everything. I feel like, I don't know, I had an interesting start to 2020, and maybe it's just in my head. It's actually been a pretty great start, but I got sick a few times, and I still sound a little bit sick, but it's allergy season actually. And I'm feeling like, yeah, I feel like it's not been a great year, even though it has been a pretty good start to the year, and I'm just kind of unpacking a whole bunch of stuff. So I've been reading a lot, which is amazing because I actually stopped reading for a very long time. The last book I read was in the summer, and it was Ready Player One, which is amazing. Highly recommend. But I've been realizing that I actually really like nonfiction books. So I've been reading a lot of Brene Brown, and I'm also reading Becoming by Michelle Obama. There's just a lot of like flux in my life in terms of like my personal like mindset and whatnot. But I feel like it's a good thing, and it's a positive thing because I don't know, I just been feeling stagnant, and I've been feeling like very not myself. I'm usually a very happy person, and then lately at work I feel like I've been very passive aggressive and whatnot. So this is just kind of nice to unpack why I'm feeling that way and finding different ways to combat it. But I'll leave some links down below of things that I've been reading and watching and things that have been inspiring me, just because I want to share the love, and I feel like all of Brene Brown's work is amazing. I honestly cried while reading Dare to Lead and The Gifts of Imperfection. I'm only halfway done a few of those books. I started reading them all at the same time, and I'm also reading Becoming by Michelle Obama, like I said earlier. And those three books together kind of just like were like a gut punch in terms of my work life and how I've been kind of dissecting how I work and teach. But yeah, the other side of the spread has been very simple. It's very collagey because I wanted that illustration to shine. So I tried to use yellow and blue tones to complement each other. And I did some more collaging with some of my own stickers, some postage stamps, some vintage postage stamps that I have. And then using this old paper bag from IKEA that I actually thrifted about a year ago, actually. It was a pack of like old IKEA paper bags that have a grid pattern, and that's kind of like the background for this spread. And I like it because I've been actually drawing a lot more. So it kind of coincided with all my reading. I started like sketching on my iPad a lot more, and it's been amazing. It's kind of like a surge of inspiration. I am grappling and rumbling with a whole bunch of like interesting ideas and and thoughts about, I don't know, myself and school and work, and like that kind of coupled with frustrations about those things have kind of pushed me to start drawing again. And yeah, I made this like cover art for a playlist that I made for spring called Sad Boy Spring, just because I don't know, I'm just like really in my feelings right now. I'll link that down below if you want to listen to my slow sad R&B music, but it was a nice jumping off point to like drawing more, so I'll be sharing more sketches and stuff soon. But this is the completed spread. I'm sorry that I really didn't speak much about my my drawings and the spread that much, but I don't know, every time I post a video and do these voiceovers, it's a little bit of a form of therapy for me. It's kind of like sharing things with old friends. I know you guys are always very ready to listen, and it's always so nice to have such a amazing and inclusive community. So thank you guys for always being so supportive, even though I post late, and I always post a few days late. So thank you so much for watching. It's almost spring break for me, so there's gonna be a surge of content soon. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for always inspiring me, guys. Bye.